Welcome to Clock It, where your opinion is what wins you the game. Today we are back with our incredible contestants. He is from iHeartRadio and one of our favorites, might I add, Kelly V in the place to be. What's up?
We back in the building. What up, y'all?
You are definitely back.
Yeah, we feeling festive in the building. This is what it's about. It's the holiday season. Let's get it started, man.
Yeah, let's do exactly that. I love the energy, Kelly, and he's our favorite baking realtor, no other than Myk is here joining us. Hey, Myk.
What's going on, friend?
Okay, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, I'm here with Kelly. You know, he had messed me up last time, but I'm here.
Okay.
I'm back.
So I take it that you are coming out swinging
Strong.
this time around.
Let's just not break the buzzer.
Okay,
Let's not do that.
Yes, because it was almost broke last time. I do remember that. Thank you for reminding me, Kelly. Well, guys, as you know, this game is just not about getting the answers correct. You got to know what you're talking about, and more importantly, you got to clock it. So give that big buzzer a hit. That's exactly what you'll be doing anytime you want to clock in to give your answers. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game on the road with our first question. Which R&B singer was arrested for allegedly punching a Manhattan nightclub employee? Kelly.
Actually, it's me.
I'll take it.
Sorry, Myk.
Hey, I'll take it.
Trey Songz.
My bad, Myk. It was you, not Kelly. Yes, it was Trey Songz. Talk to me about where this took place and what happened.
All right, so this took place in New York, and Trey is crazy, man. So this took place in New York. He had an incident at a club and at a hookah lounge. Basically, he assaulted people. I think it was like damages of $1,500 that he had messed up, which was hookah equipment and DJ equipment. And of course, you know, we already had a whole bunch of other stuff going on with him with the assault charges he had with women. And so Trey is doing a lot.
Yeah, this isn't the first time, to your point, that we've heard about Trey having a lot of things going on. He has had some, you know, prior situations over the years take place. Kelly, talk to us about what some of those were.
A lot of priors, and it's unfortunate because Trey used to be one of my guys back in like 2011, 2012, him and Chris Brown going back and forth. And since then, you have so many of these sort of things happening. Also, SA allegations. He had a couple that he settled as well, that he's paying out some money. So I truly feel there's a lot of stuff that probably hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
That's there. So this is not a good look, Trey. Not a good look at all.
No.
Within the past year alone, there has been a lot of chatter about things that he's done allegedly. At this point, Myk, can we say that maybe Trey is the problem?
Yeah, Trey has been the problem. Honestly, what's crazy is what made me start looking at him sideways was Keke Palmer. She had the issue with him, the allegations. So I love Trey Songz, but it's hard to kind of really root for somebody that keep doing the same thing.
And I have to be honest, I'm not one of those people who do well with separating the artist from the art.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it all gets grouped into one. And when I throw you on over to the side, that is just it. And unfortunately, Trey Songz, you are one of those people for me.
Yikes.
All right, Kelly, 100 points you have on the board. Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, I do. Come on. Give me that,
This is
Myk.
Myk with 100 points on the
Y'all
board.
see how they cheating me?
Myk, just kidding. 100 points for you on the board. Kelly, you're at 0. All good.
But
We'll
look what
get
they
that
did.
fixed.
Okay.
Let's keep it rolling to our next question. Which rapper was officially named Friend of the House by Louis Vuitton? Kelly.
Future.
It was Future indeed. All right, so Kelly, talk to us about how or what this title kind of means.
So friend of the house, especially with Louis Vuitton, is basically a title that someone gets, especially an artist like this, where you're, you know, like friend of the show, like people say, right? It's not like you are the main face, but you are a representative of them. You're invited to all these different shows, even openings for different stores, things of that nature, but it doesn't go as far as being the face of the whole brand itself and having all these campaigns behind you.
Gotcha. So it's different from being an ambassador. So Myk, talk to us, because there's been a lot of chatter online about why Future specifically wasn't given the ambassador title. Why do you think that was?
Okay, so I feel like I'm half and half with this.
Okay.
I know the big chatter is, you know, because it's a whole black thing. There's a lot of rappers who have been a part of the Louis Vuitton movement but have not become an actual ambassador. So I do feel like there's going to be something, because I feel like there's something always with the luxury brands that we will always have to fight. So that's one. But I'm happy that Pharrell is in a position that he's in. Secondly, I feel that I'm okay with them being friends. They're probably okay with being friends because there's more of a contractual obligation with being an ambassador. So with them being an actual friend, they're not obligated to carry the name of Louis Vuitton. They can still deal with Gucci and everybody else. So that kind of leaves free range to me for them to make more money in different collaborations.
I love the perspective you bring to that, because a lot of this chatter online was trying to make it about hip hop culture as in like these brands love our culture, but they don't want to give us the recognition that we deserve.
Right.
A lot of their ambassadors were of Asian descent, we saw. And a lot of people who got the ambassador titles weren't necessarily people who are in hip hop or people who are Black. So that was a lot of this conversation, Kelly. But don't you think Myk kind of provides a great perspective?
100%, because you look at, Future gets announced as the, friend of the house, and then right after Infinity Chase, I believe is her name, the actress, incredible Golden Globe nominee. She was announced as the ambassador right after the fact. And it's like, okay, so what's the difference here? But also, just the fact that Pharrell is in that position to be able to throw alley-oops is great. We see a lot more people getting opportunities, like LV working with Tyler, the Creator, as well. That wouldn't have happened without Pharrell. But then still, it's, as you mentioned, how come we can't get the big stuff, right? Ambassador. Shout out to Chanel, A$AP Rocky's over there. So some places are getting it relatively right, but they're still behind the 8 ball on that.
That's a great point, because Rocky did get the ambassador title, and that's something that, is big, especially for a name like Chanel. Because yes, we love Louis, but let's be honest, Chanel holds some weight.
Yeah.
So to get that kind of title, it definitely speaks volumes, I would say. All right, guys, 100 points you each have on the board. Kelly 100, Myk 100. Let's keep this game rolling. On to our next question. Who is set to open the Winter Olympics? Myk.
Mariah Carey.
The Queen of Christmas now turned the Queen of Winter, I guess, at this point, with her opening the Winter Olympics. So what would she be doing?
She will be the opening act for the Winter Olympics, so of course she'll be singing.
Yes.
Because she ain't moving too much. She gonna be. This is the only sport she got going on. So.
What you trying to say about my girl Mariah now?
She a little. I mean, I love Mariah, but she knows she ain't finna do too much either. Plus, we know she got an insurance policy on her leg, so she like basically, baby, pick me up, let me sing, and let me go on ahead to do this. I guess she's sledding a little bit. The skiing, she can be with skiing.
Oh my gosh. What are some of the sports that are going to take place at this Winter Olympics?
Like you said, Mariah doing skiing. You got sledding on there, the luge, curling, all those sort of fun, like winter type sports are going to be exhibited in February.
Yeah, no, this is going to be fun. There have been some other people who kind of done what Mariah's going to be doing. Who has those people been?
Yeah, so Lady Gaga and Celine Dion, who did the Summer Games in 2024. So she's adding to that just blockbuster name in terms of ladies coming out and performing, or just artists overall.
Yeah, and I think this is great. Like I said, she's the Queen of Christmas, now going to be the Queen of Winter. We might as well go ahead and extend it on past Christmas.
She's smart, man. She's going to keep them numbers running in terms of streaming and all that. And, she has new music out. Yeah. She's doing so many things. So she is very much calculated.
As she should. Mariah, get your coins, girl. Here we go with the last question in round 1. Metro Boomin will executive produce whose first album in 25 years? Kelly.
The Saint Lunatics.
Saint Lunatics, have not heard this name in a very long time, but I do have one question, Kelly. Who asked for this?
Nelly did, and people from St. Louis asked for it, okay? So we're going to receive it, whether you like it or not. And it's very interesting because Nelly and Ali, another member of the St. Lunatics, have been going back and forth legally, specifically about, them saying that Nelly didn't give them the proper credit as well as money and residuals from that first album, Country Grammar, from Nelly. It's been ugly. Once again, it went to court. And even the other St. Lunatics, because Ali put this lawsuit in that name, they were like, we're not really rocking with this. We're not co-signing this. So he had to drop it in April. Then out of nowhere, they're dropping a full album with Metro. Interesting. Very,
very interesting. Myk, do you think that in this agreement to drop the lawsuit, he kind of got thrown a bone by saying, hey, we can come back together and do an album? And that was probably influence for him to drop this lawsuit.
No, absolutely, because I'm pretty sure they looked at the numbers, were like, hey, there's a potential we can make this. And honestly, to me, I feel like it kind of makes sense, because if you look at all the previous artists, like they got B2K and everybody else coming back, so they were like in that same era. So if they're doing tours like that, it seems like there might actually be a demand, because music now is a little different. So it's like we kind of miss it. So if I can go ahead and,
there's money in nostalgia
a little bit, I'm with it,
Definitely money and nostalgia. I just don't know. And Kelly, you can let us know and give us insight as somebody who's on the radio. Is this generation musically ready for something like this?
It's a good question. I think so, which is why you bring Metro into this, to introduce a new generation, because he's had a hell of a year, to say the least, right? So you add that point to it, people are going to listen because it's Metro. but also, you know, us, you know, the aunties and uncles is going to listen too.
We're in a
You feel
TikTok
me?
era too.
We're in the TikTok era. They're going to dive fully into that. And mind you, they went platinum when this first dropped. You know what I mean? So it's going to try to redo that coming up next.
I love how you slick called us aunties and uncles.
Got to keep it real, baby.
I'm going to let that slide. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of round 1 of Clock It. What do you know? Kelly and Myk are both tied with 200 points on the board. That means when we return, these two will continue to battle it out and hopefully break this tie. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clock It. Welcome back to Clock It, where Myk and Kelly are battling it out. Both currently tied with 200 points on the board, but we are back to break this tie right now by advancing on to our first question in round 2. Which celebrity is currently in culinary school to become a chef? Myk.
Tiana Taylor.
My girl TT is becoming a chef. Now, is culinary school for a role, or is this the real deal?
No, this is the real deal. My girl really loves to cook, and I'm happy to see it. You know, that's my thing. So I'm happy to see when artists are able to, when you're creative, usually there's more than one thing that you can do. So like me, I love to bake, I love to style, I love to write, I love to do all this stuff. So I understand her needing another outlet, and cooking is very, at least for me, is very soothing.
And very therapeutic. Out of all the things that Tiana does, we know her for singing, acting, dancing. What made her choose culinary school?
I think it's one of those things where you're able to kind of just unplug from everything while, you know, this is in the oven, you're able to think about what's going on, and you're kind of able to focus on that specifically. And I love it. And also it's really a message to everybody. I feel like we're all plugged into our phones and stuff like that. We all need some sort of hobbies. And if Tiana Taylor, who's doing 50,000 things, can find a hobby, okay, you can too. You can do it.
Very, very true. Myk, what surprised her the most about culinary school?
The academic aspect of it. So doing the extra business classes and stuff like that, she didn't think. I think a lot of people, when they go to culinary school, they just thinking that, oh, I'm gonna go cook, but they don't think about the extracurricular stuff that actually comes with it. So, but she said she doing it. She gonna make it happen.
I can vouch for that because I remember I took like an elective in college. It was astronomy, thinking we're gonna learn about the planets. Yeah, we learned about that. There was physics in it too. I was like, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
And I know Tiana was like, I thought we were just gonna be cooking.
Yeah.
Okay. With a spoon.
Yeah, and listen, we have to get all facets of it, and that she is getting. I love to see her. My girl is multi-hyphenate, and to add something else to the plate, hey, I'm here for it. She does her thing. Kelly, 200 points you have on the board. Myk, you are at 300. We got more questions, so let's keep this game rolling. Which comedian says that Nicki Minaj needs to refrain from posting anything about kids? Myk.
D.L. Hughley.
I love Uncle DL. He is hilarious to me as a comedian, and even in this video, the jokes continue to roll.
I mean, I can't tell people what to post or what to say. But Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything, posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered sex offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom Nikki needs to be worried about. It's Chris Hansen.
DL is hilarious.
You
I'm
keep
sorry.
it
Like,
real.
that was funny. Like, I love that he can keep it topical, but also throw the humor in there and it actually be funny. There are not many people who can do this. Why is he saying this about Nikki?
Nikki has been doing a lot lately. I feel like Nikki has become that pick-me girl. She's been jumping into politics a lot, and she's been jumping into debates with, oh my God.
Gavin Newsom.
Thank you. So yeah, so she's been causing an uproar with something she should not be in. So he's basically telling her, girl, stay in your place.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with you. What specifically did she delve into when it came to Gavin Newsom?
So Gavin Newsom went out and sent a pro-trans tweet, right, speaking on trans kids specifically, and that's where Nikki responded there on the opposite side, which social media absolutely exploded because, of course, Nicki Minaj and her, love, quote unquote, for the gay community and all that together. It's like, hey, this isn't what you were saying before. Now you're kind of switching it up now. Like, what's going on here, Nikki? What's happening?
Yeah. How did social media respond to this, Mike?
They weren't really too happy with it, but also Nikki has the Barbs as well.
Yeah.
So, and this, which is crazy because they're in that community. So they support anything. So it's half and half, but I think a lot of them were actually on D.L. Hughley's side with this one.
We have seen Nikki kind of song and dance more recently when it comes to this current administration, and a lot of people online are thinking she's doing this to get in their good graces because of what, Kelly?
Her relationship and her husband, him doing certain things that you heard DL speak of, certain lists, and also, in my opinion, 2026, she got a rollout coming, new album coming in March, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it as well. So if there's something that Nikki's going to do is say something crazy to get herself in the news. That's what we've learned from Nikki this year specifically.
Yeah, and it's just so funny because it's kind of been like a back and forth. Sometimes she's in the clear, sometimes she's not. She'll say something outrageous, and then she'll say something to get back on our side. Nikki, I can't keep doing this, girl. Just, get it together, because I want to support another black woman, but you kind of all over the place, and it's hard for you to get my support right now. I'm just saying. Kelly, 200 points you have on the board. Mike, you were at 400, making it a $200 difference. There's a comeback. I smell it. Let's see if it happens. Next question. Which R&B singer wants a marriage that doesn't involve an obligation to a baby? Kelly.
Mariah the Scientist.
Mariah the Scientist sat down with Angie Martinez and had this to say.
And in the next 5 years, you say,
I want to settle down, but I still want to work.
What does that mean? Like babies and everything?
I want to be married.
Okay.
And I want to have...
Did everybody get the memo on that? That's the...
I hope so. And listen, that's my plan.
Okay.
I can't speak for everybody. That's my plan, though.
That's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing. I just want a commitment that doesn't involve an obligation to a baby. I just want it to be out of love, not out of responsibility.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So when I first saw this headline, I was like, so she's saying that she wants the marriage but not the baby. And then once I saw the clip, I was like, oh, she's saying, I don't want you to marry me because there's an obligation because we have a child. I want you to marry me because you love me. Is this different from this generation's norm?
By the way, ain't that how headlines work these days? Right?
Yes,
It's
100%.
Misleading. But yeah, 100%, right? It's like you want to get into a relationship and get into a marriage because of the love aspect in your bond, as opposed to we're together, we have a child, so now we have to get it together. And maybe the love isn't where it needs to be, and you're just getting married because of the obligation to the child. So I'm 100% behind her, and I pray that she's found that with Thug, and I pray that he has the same mindset. Who knows? Doesn't look like it to me in terms of Thug. You got to get it together, my brother.
That was very funny because she said that's what I'm on. She didn't really say that's what they were working towards. Do you think marriage is in the future for she and Young Thug?
I don't know about her and Young Thug, but I definitely feel like it's in the future for her. I love the fact that she know what she wants,
Right.
and she's publicly putting it out there. So it's not like anybody's blindsided about anything. And that also kind of hint to him hey, you better get it together. If not, you ought to know my list back here.
Yeah.
So
Well
period.
said.
As she should. I love this for her wholeheartedly. Mike, 400 points. Kelly, you're at 300. Let's keep this game rolling because we got more questions. Who is headlining TikTok's inaugural award show? Kelly.
Sierra.
Love to see it. My girl Ciara is the one headlining. Now, why have we never heard about a TikTok award ceremony before?
It's the first annual TikTok Awards, you know what I mean? So she's going out there, the main headliner, the inaugural, you know what I mean? We mentioned before, you have to know what the difference is, okay? But she's gonna go out there, perform, do what she do.
And that she is. We have not seen her hit the stage in quite some time. We saw her on TikTok and all the social media platforms, but to take the stage, I think we are very excited about this. When is this award ceremony scheduled and where is it going to be?
That's a good question. I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
That was going on this Thursday at the Palladium in LA.
In LA, where all the big things take place, 100%. Also, Kelly, tell us where we can watch this at.
Man, TikTok, of course, and Tubi, actually. You can tune in on Tubi.
So I was kind of surprised with the Tubi thrown in there. I'm like, Tubi?
Yeah. Tubi getting that money now.
But TikTok, I'll definitely be tuned in because I'm excited to see Ciara take the stage. All right, guys, I'll have you know we are embarking on our very last question. And what do you know? We are both tied, 400 points on the board. It all comes down to this moment to see who is going to be the winner of today's episode of Clock It. Here we go. Last question. A podcaster says blank is the #2 rapper of all time. Myk.
Drake.
Do you agree with him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Tell me
I
more.
like Drake. I like Drake, but Drake music puts me to sleep. I feel like I like old Drake compared to new Drake.
Okay.
And I listen to a different type of music, so yeah, I disagree.
Ibra, I mean,
But I can see why he sued, but no.
Puts me to sleep is crazy. I just want you to know. Kelly, I got to come to you and I got to ask you. You're on the radio. Obviously, Drake is heavy in rotation when it comes to radio spins. Do you agree with him?
For me, I want to know what the criteria is. If we're talking about most successful rapper of all time, he's definitely up there. You could probably argue that he's #1 outside of Jay-Z. But in terms of like bars and all that, I can't put him up there. I can't. But in terms of success and popularity, yeah, of course, you can have the argument.
Okay, so now I have to ask, who would you give the top 3 spots of all time to? Rappers. Let's go.
But that's where I was going to go. I want to talk like bars, raps, songs, albums overall, like top 3, you mentioned? Jay is #1 for me. Then Cameron and Beanie Siegel. Those are my top 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Myk, your turn. Give it to us. Top 3 rappers of all time.
Okay, this is for me.
Yeah.
Of course, I got to put Tupac in there because he was just all around, and I feel like if he was here today, he would still be killing it. You said no?
No, I agree.
I thought.
I agree. Keep it going.
Jeezy. And I would say during the Carter album era, Lil Wayne. During that time.
Solid top 3. They're solid top 3. I love it, both guys. All right, unfortunately, we are at the end of today's show. I would love to keep talking about our top artists. Myk is already making his way over here, so he's letting it be known he is today's winner.
I can't be mad.
Clock It.
Did that.
Leaving here today with our Clock It chain. Myk is the winner. And I'm telling you, look at him. 500 points he has on the board. Kelly, you're at 400. Look
Sorry,
at him
mama.
getting crowned. At this point, I think you match your outfits on purpose, Myk. I'm just saying. As always, Kelly, it is a pleasure to have you. Myk, thank you for gracing us with your presence in yet another win. For our viewers at home, tomorrow we back same time, same place, and we'll see you right back here for another episode of Clock It.